Intelligence, the agency that Rick Grinnell currently oversees, does actually do some self-reporting on unmasking. So let's take a look at the numbers. So far, the Trump administration has requested unmaskings in 2019 a total of 10,012 times. 2018, 16,721 times. In 2017, 9,529 times. And in 2016, the Obama administration, 9,217 times. Now, we don't, unfortunately, as of now, have numbers predating 2016. We are digging into that as soon as we are able to get those. If we're able to get them, we will bring them to you, of course. In the meantime, Senator Rand Paul saying all these Obama-era officials were abusing their authority. Take a listen.
I think it amounts to sort of illegally eavesdropping on someone for political purposes. People say, oh, it's not against the law to unmask someone. Well, actually it is if it's for political purposes, so that's what needs to be investigated.
That is flat out wrong, according to the former Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper. He is saying national security officials had very good reason to be concerned about the individual who turned out to be General Flynn. Back in 2016, he says Flynn was a retired general who was on both the Russian and Turkish government's payroll. Take a listen.
There was general concern about the number of engagements with Russians that we were seeing happening. We may not necessarily have known what the content of these engagements were.
Now, Harris, our sources in the intelligence community are telling us today what is key in all of this. They say the power to request unmasking is a really important national security tool that officials need in order to help keep the country safe. They say whatever comes out of the political hullabaloo surrounding General Flynn, that power needs to be preserved intact for national security reasons in the future. Harris?
Jillian, thank you very much. You set me up perfectly for my first guest, Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn, who sits on the Senate Judiciary Committee. Great to see you, Senator. You know what? Let's start with what your co-senator, Graham, says, that the Judiciary Committee is going to begin looking into all of this in early June. So the clock is ticking pretty quickly now. Do the documents so far, as you've looked at what this case is, show a crime was committed?
Harris, what we know is that unmasking is used and can be used as a national defense tool. It is primarily done by the Director of National Intelligence. What we want to find out is who leaked the information. Now, that's where the crime comes in, and we will do a deeper dive on that. You can expect us to work through the summer, working back through this, calling people, subpoenaing people, bringing them before the committee. The first one we're going to hear from is General Flynn, and that is going to be in early June. And then I think we want to hear from staff members, the White House staff members, of course, Obama's chief of staff, Biden's chief of staff, and find out exactly why they were so focused on this, and then who leaked his name, who leaked information, because as you know, the issues surrounding Flynn, it was like a sieve. And what we know is somebody cooked up this plot. Somebody gave an order, somebody did the dirty work. Flynn and the Trump administration have paid an incredible price, and the American people have footed the bill for all of this conspiracy that is taxpayer funded and made its way all the way to the Oval Office and is documented in a January 5th meeting.
Well, let me step in there, because I caught this tweet around 10:25 this morning from the president. He said, if I were a senator or a congressman, the first person I would want to testify about the biggest political crime and scandal in the history of the U.S. by far is former President Obama. He knew everything. Do you think that we would see the former president?
No. One of the things I think will be instructive to us is calling staff members who have been a part of this process. Calling people from the ambassador's office, UN ambassador's office, Samantha Power, calling people that were working at ONDI, making certain that we are hearing from them. And then, of course, we would want to hear from Comey, who was quite involved, Susan Rice, who seemed to know an awful lot about this and was very concerned, Clapper, Brennan, They're all people we're going to hear from, along with McCabe and
Very
Strauss and
interesting.
Page.
Joe Biden said this week about efforts to investigate Michael Flynn. Let's watch. I'll get your reaction.
I know nothing about those moves to investigate Michael Flynn, number one. Number two, this is all about diversion. This is a game this guy plays all the time.
I do want to press that. You say you didn't know anything about it, but you were reported to be at a January 5th, 2017 meeting where you and the president were briefed on the FBI's plan to question Michael Flynn.
I was aware that they had asked for an investigation, but that's all I know about it.
Senator, what do you say?
Well, I think that maybe Joe Biden got caught in a little white lie because he signed the request. He made the request. That request went out under his name. And that is something that is going to be a little bit problematic for them. I think people are going to be looking as to why the vice president and then vice president would have made that request. And what we have to realize is that, as I said, this made its way all the way to the Oval Office. They wanted to stop Michael Flynn. They wanted to throw roadblocks in place for the Trump administration, throw it off target. They felt like they had an insurance policy that would keep him from becoming president. It didn't work. He won. The American people elected Donald Trump to be president of the United States. And they absolutely cannot get over it.
That's a long list of people that you intend to talk with before your Judiciary Committee and the Senate. And again, that's due to kick off in early June. We'll cover it. And Senator Blackburn, it's always good to see you. Thank you.
Good to see you. Be safe.
You too. Growing blowback now over the federal judge's decision to appoint an outsider to argue against dismissing Michael Flynn's case. Could that renew pressure on the president to give a pardon to Flynn? Former U.S. Attorney Andy McCarthy will join me next.
What if your email knew who had the right answers? What if you could find those answers in old emails, even if you weren't included? Then it wouldn't be email at all. Find information faster in Slack. Instead of chasing down that one person who might have an answer, ask questions in organized channels. Or find answers by searching public conversations and channels across the company. Slack. Choose a better way to work. Get started at slack.com.
Prosperity Bank is the big bank with your community's bank inside. Well, what does that mean to you as a business owner? It means you have a banker who knows you by name and understands your business and your business banking needs, just like a community banker. It also means that Prosperity, with over 240 banking centers in Texas and Oklahoma, has the resources to handle your business banking needs, from lines of credit to farm and ranch loans to cash management and merchant services, just like a big bank. They also offer small business administration loans. All the financial services you need with the friendly customer service you want. Stop by the nearest Prosperity Bank to see what the real bankers at Prosperity can do for your business. Prosperity Bank is the big bank with your community's bank inside, where you find real bankers, not just a bank. ProsperityBankUSA.com. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. Loan subject to credit approval. Texas and Oklahoma residents only.
Prescription products require online consultation with a healthcare provider and are only available if the provider determines the prescription is appropriate. Subscription required. See website for full details and important safety information.
Hey guys, good news. The outrageously expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means you can get the prescription medication to treat ED at affordable prices, and hence makes it extra affordable. You pay just $30 for a month's supply, and right now, get your first online doctor's visit totally free when you go to forhims.com/XM. That's right, free. Zero copay, no expensive appointments, no awkward face-to-face conversations to get your prescription. HIMS connects you to doctors online who can evaluate you and, if appropriate, prescribe your ED medication. And a pharmacy sends it right to your door. HIMS makes it affordable, private, and incredibly easy. Nobody likes dealing with ED. Now, thanks to HIMS, nobody has to. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/XM. That's forhims.com/XM for your free online visit. forhims.com/XM.
This is your personal information on your laptop. And this is what happens when you connect to the